guys, it's me, Salagi. I just wanted to give you an update on this Frontage fire. Yes, it's still only at 5 acres, but they just gave an update stating that probably because of the wind, and it's not real hot today, but a little bit humid, which is odd to me that it flared back up. But here goes nothing. We're gonna take a look at this fire. Let's see. It's just flaring back up due to the conditions here in California. Maybe let's go back about an hour and see what it looked like an hour ago. So they just barely saw that it was flaring up less than an hour ago, and normally that doesn't happen, but they're probably going to have to watch it through the night since it's already the afternoon. This fire started yesterday, and it consumed about 5 acres. And I think they had somewhat of a handle on it last night, or it just wasn't threatening anywhere. But now it appears to be flaring back up. Let's go ahead and zoom in. The video I made yesterday, we zoomed all the way in, and it's still just showing where the Mojave River and the Frontage Road freeway meets. And basically, there's no houses in this area. However, there appears to be maybe a camping RV park right here by the Mojave River. I don't think that's a trailer park. I think it's just like for camping, you know. And then over here, there does appear to be some homes, a small little neighborhood, and maybe a shopping center right there, and a park. So it is pretty close to, there's a big lot in between the neighborhood and the trees right here, or the bushes. They're not really trees, it's just bushes. But this is the 15 freeway, and I don't know what caused the fire, because it's right here by the road. I feel like it could be a car fire, because there's been quite a bit of car fires going on. Whether it's electric or gas car, I wouldn't be able to tell you which one catches fire more often in California. I would say gas cars, just because there's a lot of combustion, I guess. But anyhow, I just wanted to give you an update. Let's see if we could see this fire from another vantage point. Oh yes, of course. Let's see what it shows us from an hour ago. It's just still real hazy. It just feels like California right now, things are just kind of smoldering. Like they're not really going completely out. And this area right here in particular, because it's the Mojave River, so there's all this desert surrounding it, but right there is a lot of greenery, so it might just have to kind of burn off some of those trees and stuff. Well, they're not trees, it's just shrubs. It might have to just go ahead and burn out. Hopefully they can keep it from spreading into any neighborhoods. And because of the wind problem, the wind risk, it's they might do the blackouts, so we're kind of used to it by now. in California that when it gets windy, you know, it's like drawing names out of a hat. So it's a little bit crazy that way. You never know, like, who's gonna get a blackout, but obviously it's in areas where they have a high fire risk, and this Dale fire that I did fail to report to you guys about, and I'm very sorry. It's already 95% contained, which is very good. However, this area where the Kauai Road and Anza area, this is basically the Santa Rosa reservation area. I'm not sure exactly all the boundaries, but this area gets a lot of wind and it's pretty dry. So I would expect that if they didn't get it completely out, that it might actually flare up again, but let's hope not. Now, this one's right there off the road as well, and I'm assuming that's probably where it started from. There again, I feel like it's either arson, a spark from a vehicle, or a vehicle that caught fire itself. You know, with these really hot, dry temperatures, that's not that unheard of. Here's Kauai Band of Indians area. This is just probably land that they don't have a lot of homes on, but they do have some homes. Quite a bit, actually. It looks like a little ranch, and that's cool. Those are the boulders, you know, that you see in a lot of areas around the Southern California desert. So here's Anza, and that's over, like, you get there on the 74, heading up from the low desert. There's Palm Desert and Cathedral City. So, yeah. Anyhow, I do believe this fire is not flaring up at the moment. There hasn't been any updates. I'm trying to look at the camera, but it's not letting me. That's weird. Well, maybe the camera is not operating at the moment. And so that was the Frontage fire. It's at 10 acres now. So just since we've been right here, it has grown to 10 acres. So it says an additional 3 to 5 acres are burning in bamboo as part of the increased fire activity today, per earlier radio traffic. So that's interesting. It's bamboo that's burning in the Mojave River Creek area. And I will tell you that that's very possible, because in these little areas right here, people do plant bamboo because it grows quickly if you just water it. It loves this arid desert, I guess, but it also loves water. And it's a good wind break and a sand break, because there's so much sand out here, and in order to live out here, sometimes you need something that's going to keep the sand from piling up, like a sand dune. Well, these areas once upon a time were pretty big sand dunes, you know, maybe not huge, but anyways, there's that. Let's go check on Southern California's biggest fire. I don't know. There is no way for us to view the southern part of this fire. There's no cameras that reach there. They're just not pointed in the right direction. So you can't really see any of it. But you can see the haziness, and as you can see, there's hardly anything to burn. There's no fuel really in these areas, except bits and pieces of shrubbery. But yeah, there's no cameras that are pointed at this fire, or at least I don't know if they're scanning the area. Maybe. Oh look, you can see the oil rigs going today. There it goes. And yeah, it's just not, it's not gonna pick up. And I do think that this one is mostly out. It says 95% containment. And even if we go here, I don't know if you remember these cameras before, but this was all covered. You couldn't even see the green on the mountains. So it was all covered with smoke, not fire. But yeah, so and this one won't let you, there's only one viewpoint on that camera. And you might, I mean, it kind of looks like those are burnt spots, maybe. I don't know. It might be just like the very edge of this fire. And then this one's not necessarily showing. And, you know, it might not be showing us the burnt spots. So, anyhow, let's go check out. And that was the Madre fire, 80,779 acres, 95% containment. It's updating the Frontage fire again at 10 acres so far. And these other little fires, I think they're just little pop-up fires. But this one way up here, the Butler fire, has gone up to 17,116.3 acres at 6% containment. It's still very active. Evacuation orders level 3 go, just the same as yesterday. And this one, the reason it's still going is because this is a very, very challenging area for the firefighters to get to, and I don't believe there are really any roads in this area. They're probably just little dirt roads that the firefighters made. And this fire right here, it's already 70% containment, which is wonderful. 701 acres. There's no evacuations for anything because this one's, it's too remote. And there's like a little lake right there, and Cliff Lake. So I would imagine that their air combat includes those little tiny reservoirs. And let's see if there's any viewing on this. And there's clouds. that's a good sign. It could mean that there's some precipitation going on in the area. But it also could mean lightning strikes, which does not help the situation. I feel like some of these fires, especially around this area, could have been started by those lightning strikes. And here's the green fire. This is another huge one that we may or may not be able to see. We'll go for this side. I don't know. Yeah, it's smoldering, but it doesn't appear to be really raging at the moment, so that's a good sign. This one's 19,022 acres. This is another one that's in a very difficult area to reach for the firefighters or anyone. Basically, the edge of it is the natural fire line of the creek or the river, and then on the other side the same thing. So, but that doesn't contain all of it. So, and remember, we were looking at these. This is nearby. I think we figured out that these are deforestation projects. I thought they were frack mines, but it looks like they're just chopping the trees down in a very, abnormal way. Probably because of the terrain. It's probably on different slopes and stuff, and so they just kind of have to get the trees where they can. But in other spots, it looks also like they were replanting. So you see this area, it's like a mass replanting, which is good. It takes forever though. Like, we know it takes forever for trees to grow. So it's kind of like a little bit too much. But we also do have to clear out anything that might be a fire hazard. So, anyways, that concludes my video for today, guys, and just keeping you guys updated on some of the fires in California. You know what? This one, I thought they got that one under control. Well, I suppose it is. I mean, look at it's inside the red fire retardant, but maybe they just haven't updated it. It says 40% containment, so it's still active, but maybe not super active. And this one consumed 426 acres, and it's by a road, so it just feels like a lot of these they start from the side of the road, which doesn't help our situation. And a lot of these roads on that mountain they're real windy, so I guess it's not that hard to believe that people might be crashing, maybe, or just the cars are overheating really bad. Now, this is a pretty big fire over in Nevada. Sparks, Gold Fire. I don't usually cover Nevada, but I was attempting to see if I could see the Grand Canyon fire. This just looks out in the wilderness. It is by a road, but it's a road out in the wilderness. There's no homes out here. It's just a lot of desert. So it's kind of amazing that places like that burn because it's just a lot of emptiness. And let's see if I can find real quick before I go, if I can attempt to find the oh gosh, here's some more in Nevada. 36,000 Gothic fire, Cat Canyon fire 8,000. Those are crazy too. What are they? Why is there so many fires in the middle of nowhere? This is Nowheresville. And this one too. Just a bunch of nowheres. Huh. Anyways, I don't even think anybody lives out there. And here we go. The Dragon Bravo fire. This is the Grand Canyon fire. 12,728.5 acres. And I do know that it has consumed the historic Grand Canyon Lodge. I never got to see it, but I know many of you have traveled there and stayed there, and what a tragic loss that is to lose. And I don't know exactly where it was located, but as you can see, this whole North Rim campground area, some of it's consumed. So hopefully everyone was okay and we can rebuild. So anyways, guys, there's no way for me to view this or to show you guys what's going on here in the Grand Canyon, but oddly enough, it's called the Dragon Bravo fire. Hi guys, it's me, Salagi. Look at this. Fire is spreading. It spread to 100. Like yesterday, it got to 5 acres. A couple minutes ago, it was only 10 acres. And I didn't even get the video out. It's already spread to 100 acres. So I'm going to get this out as fast as I possibly can. But they've ordered additional 10, I don't know where that's at. Right there. An additional 10 engines to combat this fire. One additional copter has been requested. And yeah, I mean, this fire is on its way. There's no containment. It's active, and whew, they said 100 acres. So let's see if we can view it real quick. And I was just about to share the video, and I got another update on it. So that's not good. Let's go ahead and view it from an hour beforehand, and it happens to just be going straight towards the camera. That's wow. It spread to 100 acres, as you can see right there. That's pretty fast wind speed. I don't know how fast the wind is going in that area, but it looks to be pretty fast. And I don't know what this one's going to show. Yeah, it's just showing sort of the same angle, but through the tower. We get the view through the tower. So there we are. This one, it's not gonna like show me in real time yet, but now that it's gone to 100 acres, now I'm pretty concerned, because this is right in an area where there's not a lot of land. There is a lot of land, but there's not a lot of land. So anyhow, guys, maybe we can see it through these little cameras. Nope, that one's unavailable. What about this one? unavailable. So yeah, we're not able to view the freeway cameras. So sorry about that. And I'm gonna go ahead and sign off for now, but I had to give you that update that this fire, if you're in Victorville area, please beware. It's on the 15, right there where the 15 meets the Mojave River, and it's 100 acres, so I would imagine they might be shutting down this freeway right here. So I believe this freeway leads you to the 58 to Barstow. Yeah, so that's the junction to take you over to Tehachapi and into Bakersfield area and into the great big San Joaquin Valley. So there you have it, and if there's any more updates tonight, I will definitely be back to give you those updates, and thank you and have a wonderful evening. Otherwise, I hope they get this thing stopped, and have a good night, guys. Bye-bye.